Hi, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And we are
Conbini Cult.
Today we have our very first special guest.
Yeah.
This is Takashi, my partner.
Yeah.
Could you say hello to everyone?
Hi, hello, my name is Takashi. I'm living in Japan, Japanese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a videographer.
I'm a videographer. Usually taking video. Sometimes I will work with her and then shoot a video of her too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So recently, Takashi and I went to the US together. I had not been home for 5 years. And then Cheyenne, you also went back
Yeah,
recently.
I went not back to Hawaii, but yeah, back to the US for the first time in 5 years. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about that today.
Yeah, so we thought it would be interesting to talk about our reverse culture shocks after being away from home for 5 years. And we've both lived in Japan for 7 years too. And then Takashi's experience, like really in the States. Because you've been to LA before, right?
Yeah, like it's like 7 years ago, I went to LA.
What were you doing there?
Like I was student, I was doing the internship, but like at the time I couldn't speak English at all. So I always rely on my friend to go wherever I went, I always with my friend. So, but this time I went with you, and then I also visited your parents and the friends. It's a totally different experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about everything later. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, so I think because we all made our own notes about different culture shocks and reverse culture shocks, and a lot of them are very similar, so we'll just kind of go through some of the points that we made.
Yeah.
But before we start, what is the Japanese word for culture shock? Culture shock?
Same, culture shock. We also say it.
What
What
about reverse culture
Yeah.
shock?
Reverse culture shock.
I never heard of it in Japanese. Gyaku culture shock, maybe.
Okay,
Reverse.
all right. If anybody knows,
Yeah.
let us know. But just regular culture shock? Reverse? No, sorry.
No, I
Regular
don't think so.
culture shock.
Culture shock は文化の違い. But we also we usually say culture shock.
Okay, so if I said that to a random person, they would know what I mean.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, learn
All
something
right.
new. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Shall we get into it? Our first one on the list?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to jump into it. I'll start with one of mine and then we can just chat about that. And
All right.
Bounce
See
off
where
of
it
it.
takes us.
Okay, so let me look through my list. It started
Okay.
off kind of strong, so I'm going to go for a mild one first.
Yes.
One thing I wrote down was just the size of everything. And I know a lot of, especially Americans or people who visit America, they're like, wow, like the food is so big and everything. And like the food is big, but I'm talking about the size of like homes and not like we're rich and we have a huge
Mansions.
house
Everybody
or
has a
anything, but like
mansion.
just there's like space in between homes too. This is also
Yeah,
Tennessee.
yeah.
Like I went to the South, so everyone has like a backyard and there's like, space to do stuff in between the houses, if that makes sense. And more space in the house. There's like more rooms for different things in the house was like something I forgot about. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that something that surprised you?
Yeah, totally.
Because we stayed in my parents' house for a few days.
Yeah.
At first, I was surprised how big the house is, and then also refrigerator was huge, like 2 times bigger.
That's right. Actually, was
Yeah.
it like double doors? You open
Yeah,
it like
double doors, like a couple drawers for the freezer, but they're huge.
Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that too.
Also has a basement too.
Oh,
The
yeah,
basement's really
yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, okay. So is your guys' basement used for like storage or is it like a room? Like how do you use the basement?
So my parents moved to a different house within the past year. So the house that I grew up in, we didn't have a basement. We had an attic. Do you know what an
Creepy.
attic is?
what is this?
It's kind of like, not exactly like a loft, but it's like an area kind of towards the roof of the house, like at the very top.
In the ceiling.
It might be, I don't know, it depends like on the house, how tall they are, but it's usually pretty creepy. It's like a wooden place full of dust. And like my parents' old attic had that like pink insulation stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
like foam stuff?
Kind of. It looked like cotton balls or something.
I don't
It
know.
was And they always told me, like, don't touch it. It'll give you a rash.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay. Poison. Okay. Casually
what
just
it
dropping
is.
poison in the house.
What is the pink insulation material? Somebody tell me.
No, I've never lived in an I've never lived in an attic. I've never lived in a house with an attic, but like, you ever see in movies, it's the stairs that comes from the ceiling, like a horror movie? No?
Yeah.
You've never seen those rooms?
Never saw it?
Maybe. I think I see the basement a lot.
Yeah, so
Okay,
just think
okay.
of a basement in the ceiling, basically.
Yeah.
So you have to
The
pull
upper
the
level.
stairs down from the roof or the ceiling, and you like climb up there, and it's just very dark and like, I don't know what they're for usually. Storage, I guess. I don't know anyone who lives
usually
in an
storage.
attic, yeah.
Because at least the one that my parents had, it was like scary and dusty up
yeah.
there. So it's not a place you want to stay for a long time.
Yeah, usually
But,
horror movies, always something is in the attic, usually.
Some ghost is living in the attic.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they have a basement, and the basement is very large. So half of it is for storage, and then the other half is my stepfather's sports
Like
cave.
a man cave? Yeah. I see. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
What did you think about the sports area in the basement?
Yeah, I don't know. It's only your dad or not, but
I think it's pretty common, right?
Yeah. My family also just moved to a house with a basement recently too. And same, like half of it is for storage and the other half is not for like my dad's stuff, but for my little brother. He loves like video games. And so it's his like
Oh, it's like a
gaming
gaming room?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
game room. There's a billiards, like pool table in there and a ping pong table. And then he has a little gaming setup that he just plays by himself. Yeah. Usually for activities like that.
yeah, it was really cool. Like so many like uniform and the cap for the baseball team, for the player, and also has projector too, right?
He has a projector down there, and then
Yeah.
also there's a TV down there, but it's pretty small. I don't know what they plan to do with it. But in the living room upstairs, they had like a huge, like 80-inch TV or something. The TV was huge, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Insane. And
Yeah.
he was still saying like, do I need a bigger TV?
Mm.
But anyway,
Yeah.
So there was one Sunday night where they were watching the Eagles game.
Oh yeah, I was
So-
gonna ask, are you an
Yeah.
Eagles fan?
Now he
Nice.
is.
Now you are?
They
Yeah.
they made him an Eagles fan.
Okay.
I really like this t-shirts.
Yeah, it's a cool T-shirt. Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch sports anyway, but yeah, my family was always annoyed with me because I liked always preferred the New York teams for all the sports.
Oh, I see. I mean,
But
makes
to be
sense.
clear, I do not watch sports.
Yeah.
I don't care that much. But it was
I
kind of
see.
fun to annoy my family by not liking this.
So you watched a football game on TV in the U.S. or?
Oh yeah.
Kind of. Right? Like they had some neighbors over to watch
Oh.
baseball.
Oh, baseball. Sorry.
Not baseball, sorry. Football.
Oh.
So instead of being in the living room where the giant TV is, like they all went downstairs to the man cave
Oh,
to
did they
watch
put
on the
it
smaller TV.
not on the projector? Is that not what the projector is for? Interesting.
I don't know what they're doing with the projector. I don't know.
They're all these dudes just huddling around a tiny TV, like watching.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they
Actually?
had pizza and wings. So that
Oh,
was,
so American. Such
yeah.
a like American dad activity.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't watch the sports that much, so but I feel like it was really American thing. Like invite a lot of people and then watch the game together.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah.
They order the
That's what-
pizza and a lot of wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pizza and wings.
does anybody do that in Japan with sports? What about for like the World Cup?
I don't know. I know a lot of Japanese friends go to the sports bar or maybe watching together too. But when I watch like World Cup, I always like whatever happened to the game, I always text with my friend. Oh my gosh, we got it was so close like
I
that.
see, okay. So you're like watching at home and then you talk to your friends.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah.
But we don't decorate that like that. I don't see that much.
Okay.
Maybe even the people like it, just a few things. Not like entire room, you know.
Okay, so not a room. Or you don't wear like the jersey when you watch the sports
I don't
game?
think so.
No. I see. Yeah, I feel like also that's probably due to lack of space here too. Even if you want to have like a sports party here, yeah, I can't have that many people in my apartment at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's a good point.
Yeah, I did miss that about the US though, for sure.
Yeah.
Gatherings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of stuff around the house and the size of things, it's also pretty common for Americans to have more than one refrigerator.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Does
Yeah,
your family have more than one?
We do now because again they recently moved,
Yeah.
so they moved to a bigger place, and now we have the like main fridge that's for the kitchen and the upstairs basically, and then we have a downstairs fridge for like I don't know, drinks or like extra stuff we need to store. And then my mom also, she owns like a food truck, so we have a freezer too for all of her like food truck stuff. But I think that's just extra, like a kimchi fridge because Koreans. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
You guys, you have two?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
family has two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do your
true.
parents have two
No,
refrigerators?
no. I don't. I never saw the. I never saw the house that has two fridge. Yeah. I mean, some people have it, but like really tiny stuff. Then they don't usually use it for a daily basis. But I'm surprised.
Yeah.
The size of both of fridge were huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. If they're both little, like maybe it's okay, but they're both huge.
No, there are
so.
two full-size refrigerators.
So when you saw that, you know, obviously that's different from Japan. Did you think like, that's very wasteful? Or did you
Yeah, like
think
it's
it
too
was very
much?
cool? You can be honest.
I think it's just too much because
Yeah.
because if I have like two fridge, when I go shopping, I tend to buy more. I assume, and then I save a lot, and then I end up like forget about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. There's a lot of like old Tupperwares that was just stacked in the back of my fridge that I was like, I don't know when these are from.
Also, Japanese house is not as big as the house in the States, so if we have a space to put the huge fridge, maybe I want to put something else.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. I like totally forgot about that it like existed. Okay, nice.
Yeah. I mean, I was used to it because I grew up in the States, but now after being here for so long, I'm like, that is just way too much. Do you
Yeah.
really need that?
I think more than
Unless you have like a really huge family.
yeah, that's what I assume. Like I kind of just forgot about the size, if anything. Like my fridge now can fit inside of my parents' fridge in the States because it's so big. Yeah. It's only 3 of them living there now. We all moved out. So, no, it's just a lot. Yeah. Very true. Okay.
Yeah. What about like public transportation and walkability and car society, that kind of stuff?
True. Like when I went to New Jersey, there's no sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like I see it, but just
Only in the neighborhood.
I was going to say, yeah,
But
like
as soon as you
everywhere.
walk out of
or-
that housing development, the sidewalk just ends abruptly.
Where do I mean, I know people don't really walk in the US, but like where do you walk then? Or like where
in
do you
circles
go?
in your
In
neighborhood?
circles, yeah.
We were trying to figure it out because we like to
yeah.
take a
Go for a
daily
walk,
walk
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But there was just nowhere to walk.
Yeah.
And then Takashi kept asking me, like, can we take a walk? I want to take another walk. And I'm like,
You just like walking in circles around the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
where can we go?
Yeah. I wonder, yeah, so what do you do then? Do you just drive to a park or drive somewhere with a trail and then walk on the trail?
I guess, but I feel like most people don't bother.
Very true. That makes
I didn't know, but in New York, it was really comfortable walking.
Yeah.
like
but
New York City?
but
New York City,
is,
yeah.
New York is
So many
pretty
sidewalk,
unique
yeah.
compared to the rest of the U.S. I mean, there are some major cities. Like, of course, not suburban, urban area is going to be more walkable, but in the suburbs and in rural areas.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Because Hawaii, it's surprisingly really laid out like Japan in a lot of ways. The neighborhoods, like, unless you live on like a military base or like some areas have that very typical suburban, I don't know, like layout where a lot of the houses are just kind of similarly structured and they're one next to the other and they're like on a cul-de-sac or whatever. But other than that, typical neighborhoods are kind of more compact like here. So there's just like a street for everything that people either walk or ride their bike or take their car on. So there's like sidewalks everywhere too. I feel like it's also an island. Like there's no like big highways to go anywhere. So you need to like walk places. But yeah. Whereas in Tennessee, I guess there wasn't a lot of sidewalk, but there was just a lot of like green. I don't know. Like we live super inaka, like deep in the country in Tennessee. So yeah, I guess you just have to drive everywhere over there too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like sidewalk in Japan.
Okay.
Everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I went there and we went there August. The weather was completely different.
Oh,
September.
September.
Yeah.
Was it hot or
No,
different?
it was
Cold?
really cool.
Cool even. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Especially at night. And then because we were jet lagged, so we were waking up pretty early in the morning. The morning was cold. But
like
in
crisp,
a good way.
like nice
very
fall,
crisp.
crisp,
Yeah.
cold. Oh,
Perfect
nice.
for a hot coffee.
Yeah, perfect weather to go outside too.
Yeah, and take a walk, except there was
Except
nowhere
there's
to
no-
walk.
So again, you wake up with nice weather and then you just stand
Yeah.
outside.
And I just look out the window longingly.
Yeah. Ah, I see.
Oh, sure.
Does your family wear shoes in the house?
Okay. So, kind of. Like my mom is always like, she separates the like indoor and outdoor shoes, but when guests come over, they don't tell them to take off their shoes. Did you notice that?
Yeah, some people wearing the shoes when we had a dinner together.
How did you feel about
what
that?
did you think?
Oh yeah, that's. I don't know. It depends personality, but I can't even imagine like just walking inside the house, keep wearing shoes.
Yeah,
Right.
it's disrespectful, right?
Disrespectful, and then gotta clean up so often.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I don't think it's great, good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like for the family or the house, like we can get in without taking off the shoes,
Yeah, unless they tell you, please take off your shoes.
Yeah.
because when we went to your friend's house, did we take shoes?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
that's-
Yeah,
Oh,
a couple of my friends in New York.
Okay, so they're
They
like
have, like, a
anti-shoes.
Genkan
Okay.
Yeah, but
They
I
had their little
much
shoe racks
prefer.
and stuff. And they give us
Right.
slippers too. But they had also, I don't know how long they'd been doing that for, but they took their honeymoon in Japan last year. And they loved the slippers that you
Yeah,
get when you
yeah.
walk into a building. So they were
see.
like, we were inspired. Here's some slippers for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, Hawaii, everyone there just takes off their shoes or their slippers when you walk in. But like, again, in Tennessee, my family, we still do, right? Like it's just automatic. You take off your shoes. But yeah, we had like a barbecue one of the days, and there was a lot of people coming in and out of the house, a lot of guests, and none of them took off their shoes. And I was like, huh, but I asked my mom, do you not tell them to take off their shoes, or like, what do you do? And apparently my mom, she bought those like, what do you call them? Like hospital booties. They're like the little
Oh,
sleeves.
like the plastic covers or
Yeah,
something?
like a cover, like a sheet you can just put over your shoes. So she's like, if you're not gonna take off your shoes, at least at least put this cover over. And people did that for like, I don't know, once or twice, and then they all gave up apparently. So people just still wear shoes. But yeah, that was one thing. I was like, "Ugh, I don't like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it too much either. Because if I'm walking around in my socks or something, then I'm like, what's on the floor?
It's mostly that, but like, how do you relax at home? Like when you're sitting on the
That's true,
sofa and
yeah.
stuff, if you wear socks or take off your shoes, you can like put up your feet or kind of relax. Do you put your shoes like on the sofa?
I think some people might, though.
Yeah, which is like,
Yeah.
how is it not dirty? Like stains on your furniture, But all right, I don't know. That was one thing I like kind of remembered. Yeah. I'm gonna pick up my phone.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so does your family have cable TV?
Yeah.
Like, how are they watching TV shows and stuff?
We have a little TV for the kitchen when that's turned on all the time when my mom's cooking, and then we have a living room TV, and then everyone has a TV in their bedroom too. It's a lot, but yeah, they have like regular cable, so we have a lot of what is it, like reality, like a lot of TLC, like 90 Day Fiance. All of those shows are like always running in my house. Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, my family, I don't know what they're subscribing to, but they do some like huge package with so many channels, which seems really unnecessary. And it's really expensive.
Yeah, because
like,
everyone
I was
watches
so shocked
like
to learn the
Netflix
price.
anyway. Yeah. Did you get to watch like American TV shows or like any commercials or anything?
When we went,
when we were at my parents' house.
yeah, we saw like so many like TV shows, including for the politician too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We'll get to that, but I just wanted to make one point that there was a lot of like reruns of old like TV shows and stuff, like King of Queens.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
my stepdad is always watching that stuff.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Oh, one thing. I know you went in September, so there's probably no big events happening, right, in the US. I went in July, so the 4th of July. So which is like, Independence Day in the US, and every year they have a hot dog eating contest.
Okay.
On the 4th of July.
I never heard of it.
No?
Just eating the hot dog?
How many can you eat?
Yeah, like how many in a time? So like a hayagui. Yeah. So they have to... there was actually a couple of people from Japan competing too. Yeah, but
you want to compete next year?
You can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think I can do it, but I want to try.
Okay.
It looks like torture, honestly, but it's like, so let's say in 30 minutes they just have a huge plate of hot dogs, right? And they say like start, and everyone just has to eat as many as they can, and there's someone like counting how many they eat. And if you eat the most,
soba.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're the winner and stuff. And so my boyfriend and I were there at the time, and that was his first time seeing something like that. So that was a big culture shock for him, because he was like, what is this? Like, what is this like American custom that you guys do? And yeah, I don't know why we do that. Why do we do that? Hot dog.
No idea.
Hot dogs, very American.
Pie. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. But that was kind of like, a lot of the TV was around 4th of July, so just watch a lot of hot dog stuff.
Yeah. So okay, we can get into the political ads and stuff now.
Okay. Yeah.
You were surprised that they were playing political ads on TV?
Yeah, because it's no. Yeah, I'm really surprised, because like I never saw that kind of TV in Japan, but also like I feel like they can like broadcast whatever they want. Like the commercial for the Trump was crazy.
I actually haven't seen one yet. Like, how was it crazy? Like, what was your thoughts when you saw it?
She just played the line like it became like controversial, like eating cats and dog.
What?
I don't think that was on a commercial. No, that wasn't a commercial.
Really?
That was from the debate.
Oh, was
think?
he was saying that they're eating?
No,
eating cats
it wasn't the
and
commercial.
dogs?
Yeah, that came from the debate, I think.
Okay. So I saw the thing. They're using it. No?
Maybe they are now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But so yeah, I what are they called? Attack ads?
Maybe.
Like you can legally run ads against your opponent, but it's like all slander.
Yeah.
A lot of it seemed like false information as well. Like the Trump ad against Kamala was like, she's letting in the immigrants who are like sexually assaulting children.
They like can say that in the commercials?
They were.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my sister told me about it, and I was like, that's not real. And then we saw it.
How is it okay?
In the US, if you have money,
us,
you
I
can
don't
do
know.
anything, I feel.
Definitely no in Japan.
Yeah. Speaking of, okay, so like there's like the senkyo elections going on now in Japan.
Yes.
I've never noticed, are there like commercials like that? Not like that in Japan, but are there commercials for the politicians here? I never noticed.
I barely see it, but I have seen before.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a comedy.
Yes.
Just say one word like I ran for the vote or something, and then like some like I don't know how do I explain.
Yeah,
just walking toward to like I don't know sun or something. That's it. You know,
so they
that's
kinda-
it special.
Is it walking
Maybe
into the sun?
into the sun, into the light.
I forgot. Yeah,
So
exactly.
something they show maybe more positive stuff
Yeah,
about
about
themselves
themselves.
only. They don't talk about the
Yeah,
other people.
don't like don't talk don't speak against
Their opponents.
opponent.
Yes.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like before the game of the boxing, they start arguing.
that's
I
true,
just
yeah.
can't really say it like that. But I think it doesn't necessarily bad thing because it's gonna draw a lot of tension. Like, I was really entertained, watching the commercial in Japan.
But it's not a comedy show. It's like the fate of our country.
I know, right? Yeah, we're like choosing the next leader. But I get where you're coming from. Yeah, I think it is good to, you want to get people, I guess, excited or thinking about the election.
more
and like,
interested in
of course,
politics
you
and
want
stuff.
to appeal to yourself. But like, yeah, they really do it, at least, Americans do it in the, what do you call it? Offensive kind of way. They really love to
Yeah.
attack the other opponent.
Yeah. I wonder if that's an American thing. So if you're from another country that's not Japan or the US, then let us know how election season goes where you live.
Yeah, because it's like a shit show for us.
Yeah. I feel like that might be uniquely American.
Yeah,
the
especially,
attack
from someone who's not from the US looking in. You said you thought it was like comedy,
Comedy?
right?
Yeah.
Like a comedy skit,
Yeah.
So that's wild to hear for something that is so serious to be perceived as like comedy from other
Yeah.
countries. Like,
Yes.
it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, but also in Japan, our generation we don't have that much of interest
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
I hear you.
politics, so
That's true.
we really don't care.
Do you
Because
think that would get young people interested in politics?
I think so. I really think so. Because before one Japanese I know one some politicians start using the social media and then they draw a lot of tension and they start saying we should make more entertain the people so that young our generation start boarding them. I mean,
Was it the Joker guy?
Huh?
Was it the Joker guy?
Was it the
who
Joker
was saying
guy?
like I should have multiple wives or something?
No, not
He's
him.
from Chiba.
No, I hate that kind of people because they are not serious at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But more, I forgot his name, but there is a really good politician.
Okay.
He's really doing well, and he's also start making the strategy how the young people start having the interest of politics.
Okay.
I think that's good, especially because, of course, a lot of Japan's population is more like the elderly. And there's a lot of-
Exactly.
But we
Yeah.
do need to start, involving, I think, younger people. So he has a good, I think, vision. Yeah. I don't know who this
Yeah.
guy is, but
I don't know who
that's
he is
good.
either, but
Good,
in theory,
yeah.
that sounds very good.
Yeah. So if he's on social media, do you mean he's doing like funny trends like dancing and stuff, or just like talking?
Just talking. No,
Okay.
not like a joker. Talking something really interesting. Also try to maybe to tell the people how important the politics is to the young people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, well, I hope it goes well then. I mean, Frankie and I can't vote or do anything in Japan for, the
Hopefully.
election. So
Yeah, only as you said, Japanese is really about aging society.
yeah.
Yeah, we need at least we need to go for voting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Important.
I agree too.
Yeah, this is what I learned from watching the commercial.
Okay.
Yeah. So other than, seeing these political commercials, did you see any other things, for example, maybe like posters or I don't know, other visual stuff? So for example, for the election, yeah. So for example, I saw like a big truck where it was like, what do you call it? Like electronic. It wasn't a paper poster, it was like an electronic poster. They could change the visuals and stuff. And so one side of the truck was like, this was before Biden dropped out.
Okay.
But it was like a picture of Biden and it was like, don't vote for this idiot or whatever. And then the other side, it was like Trump holding a flag and he was like, this is the person that cares about the American people or something like that. It was very like, I don't know, dramatic. Again, I was also in the South, so that's why. But yeah, did you see anything like that?
Like I see a lot of T-shirts of the Trump.
Oh yeah, we went to the Jersey Shore, and on the boardwalk there were a lot of shops that had just random T-shirts.
Like gag T-shirts.
Yeah, like I feel like everywhere. Like I don't think it's common to like put the like a politician face on the T-shirt.
Right? Like, can you imagine a T-shirt that just says like "Go Ishiba" or somebody? Like,
no, I don't know who's gonna buy it, but it's just funny. Like people is more close to the politics here. I feel like. Yeah.
I saw a shirt at the mall. It was a picture of Donald Trump's like mugshot, but it said like "not guilty" on it. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of MAGA hats.
Yeah. Also, I feel like people more like try to like show who's the people who's supporting. You know what I mean? Like I see some like in front of the house. I see like names. They put the huge poster with Trump.
Yes.
And then they support. Obviously, they're supporting like Trump. Like I never saw that kind of stuff in Japan.
Yeah, is that legal in Japan? Like, can you do it, but people just don't do it, or?
I don't think it's illegal because just put like I don't know, putting outside of the house is fine. But we like Japanese people is how do I say more like key off, like more.
Oh, do you mean like they don't want people to know like their personal opinions?
We always hide.
So that they wouldn't display like their political beliefs at their house.
Fair and fine. Probably preferred for me.
That kind of things always make the conflict. So we don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
That's true. I wonder, so, for your neighborhood kind of specifically, was it almost every house that had a sign or enough? Like
not exactly in my parents' neighborhood, but we drove somewhere with my sister, and like most of the houses there had somebody's like flags
would you say it was like I don't even know what it's called.
The things that go in the grass.
A picket?
It's like a poster.
I know what you mean. I think it's a sign, no?
Signs.
But I can't remember. But
just a sign.
So that area you went to, was it
sign?
Maybe I think picket sign? I feel like picket sign is the one you carry. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, some kind of sign in front of your house.
The one area you went to, all of those signs, was it majority of like one person, like the same person, or was it pretty bada like red, blue, or majority blue, majority red?
I think it was a mix.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Because you would think, if people are going to, well, if you already post that kind of sign, you're already like proud and I think, open about everything. But for example, let's say you live in a dominantly, I don't know, Republican neighborhood. There's a lot of Republicans there, and you're the only one, with a Kamala sign. Would you do it, or like were there people like that? But sounded balanced, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's like I personally wouldn't want to do it because if somebody has opposing beliefs, like that's just kind of an invitation for them to like egg your house or something.
That's true, especially if you're like the only one. So interesting. It was pretty half. You said.
Yeah. But election season in Japan is different. It's not like silent. You know what I mean? Because like if you go to the train station, at the train station, somebody will have like you'll have the politician and they have like a microphone and like a little speaker and they're like giving their speech in front of the train station, and they have some people to pass out flyers. And then there's also little trucks that ride around all the neighborhoods that are like blasting.
Or what's it called? Microphone, interphone,
Megaphone?
Megaphone, yeah. What are they talking about usually? Are they just talking about their like beliefs and their policy, like what they're changed? Like
usually what they are trying to do it. Also like just but it depends. Just like sometimes they are like saying like if they stop somewhere and there's a person giving the speech, they usually talking about what they're gonna do. But there's so many cars just running outside. And then they just kept saying their name to remember.
It's kind of like not like mind control, but almost
Exactly,
like you just hear it like
just let the people know about them. They have.
Interesting.
I don't know the strategy. I don't know this is actually work because sometimes I get annoyed when I hear the sound at home.
Yeah, they're very, very loud.
Yeah.
You will know when they drive by.
Like a demonstration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can never understand what they're saying because
Yeah, like it's loud but also muffled.
yeah,
So I don't know what
I can't like
they're
pick it up.
talking about.
Yeah. So now that you've seen, both sides, Japan and America, I guess, of course, I don't think one is better than the other, but was there any positive things about America?
What would you like to bring back to Japan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so many. Yeah, first of all, when I arrived, I noticed like weather is so much nicer. Also, people is more friendly.
Oh, in America?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, especially like at the restaurant, I'm surprised. Like, when they come to us and then try to whenever we order it, they always caring about the customer.
Yeah, you said they kind of treat you like friends, right?
Exactly. And then they speak like actor. Like really,
sometimes, you know about tipping, right?
Yeah. I know.
You learned how to tip.
Yes, I learned. I also like a tipping too.
You like
it?
I hate it. I mean, in the beginning, but I've changed my mind after hearing your friend's story.
Interesting.
Like your friend, I had dinner with her friend, and then we start talking about how complicated the tipping is, and then because a waiter or waitress, they don't get enough money for the working, so we definitely need to tip. And then she's always her friend is always tip more than 20% because she used to work at the restaurant, and then they need the money, of course, to make a living. So it's sometimes tough. They don't have enough tip. Then I mean, the way of thinking is really good from the tipping because Japanese people always try to minimize to pay the money. I mean, not all the people, but we I don't know, but I think in general Japanese people try to save the money, so. But this is how to make the people more generous, and they start thinking how we gonna spend the money.
Very capitalist of you.
Do you think the restaurant service is better in the U.S. because the servers are more friendly?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it's a better experience, better dining experience?
Dining experience. But I don't know about other a fast food place. But at least at the restaurant, definitely better than Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't you think so?
Interesting. I've never heard. I mean, I've never been a waitress or a server in the U.S., so I don't. Like Frankie's friend who has that experience, I understand why she wants to tip very generously. I don't have that experience, so I think a little differently. But in my opinion, it really sucks that the hourly wage for servers in the US is so low. So of course, they work hard for tips.
$2 an hour or
something like that.
But
$2.25. Here's an idea. We could just why not raise the hourly wage? I still don't really understand how that works.
Because the burden is on the customer to give that person a salary, not their actual employer.
Which is not, you know what I mean? I would rather have the server get paid a living wage or a reasonable hourly wage and have the prices of the food just be a little more expensive. That way it's all covered in there. And like Frankie said, the employer is paying them. And then of course, if they did an amazing job or their service was fantastic, then just tip extra couple, on top of that. But it's working for tips just sounds so stressful, and I've never had to do that in the US, but when I was working in Japan at a cafe, I just made a basic hourly wage. And I wasn't stressed about like my service. I wasn't stressed about, making a tip or anything. I knew like, this is my job to give your food and that's it, like it wasn't like anything. So interesting how you found you like it. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I just stay there for like a temporary.
Yeah.
But if I need to tip for the time, of course, it's a little bit. I don't know. But I just like the way that people think.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know that tipping system is really actually good or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just getting a little stressful for people because everything in the US is getting more expensive. So that plus tipping, but there's also like an argument where people think, well, if you can't afford to tip, then you shouldn't go out to eat. So I don't know.
That's also I have heard. Like if I can tip at least like more than 50%, like I shouldn't go to the restaurant.
15?
I don't know. I forgot the number, around 50 maybe he said. When I went to Arizona with my for the work.
Yeah.
That's what he. Also like tipping is also complicated, and then I feel like I had a fraud one time. I went to shop and where I paid a credit card, and there is a button, no tips, 10%, 15%, 20%. Then I don't know where I need to tip.
Yeah.
I give them 20%. I bought a bunch of stuff for the souvenir. But after I left the house, I asked my client, and then I didn't have to tip there.
Yeah.
But it was shop. But I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't want to be rude.
And
also I had like a story from my friend when I was with you. So I definitely needed to tip, but I didn't have to.
That was gonna be my next question. When I went back, one of my other reverse culture shocks was like, there's no cash really anymore. Like everything is, touch or credit or whatever. And so a lot of it too is the iPad, like you said. And so I was gonna ask, like, do you tip at those kind of places where it's just a store and they have, the 10, 15, 18, 20% tip, or like
really done
where they haven't
much
really
of a
done anything?
service?
All they did was like kind of take your order, not to sound like an a-hole, but like, you know what I mean? Like I personally don't.
That kind of thing confuses me as well. Like, of course, at a restaurant where the person is like taking care of you for a long time, like tipping like at least 20% in that case makes sense. But if somebody they just rung you up for 2 seconds, like, do you need to tip?
Which I kind of like, at least there is the quick option on the iPad. I just like quickly
but
done.
It feels so rude to say no, but
also, what did you do? No offense, but like what did you do? But so you thought like it was kind of like a fraud or maybe like a sagi or something. It's kind of like a scam.
I know they are not trying to be scam because it was just a system.
Yeah, but it's
for the traveler or for a tourist, we really don't confusing.
It's confusing.
Real.
Yeah, speaking of, like that kind of tipping and scams and stuff, if you ever go to like other really touristy areas, so for example, in Hawaii, be careful sometimes because I understand there's a lot of visitors that come from a culture that don't tip. So there's been a lot of times where, other customers don't tip the servers. So a lot of places have started to add the tip,
like the
gratuity
to the check
included. And so they'll have you show like 15% equals this much gratuity, like 18 equals this, and 20. And I went to a place once and I did the math, and like their calculation for 18% was like so much higher than it actually was. So just be careful.
We went to one restaurant in New York City where the gratuity was already in the check. So that confused me. And I was texting my friend. I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot how to tip. Like, is the gratuity the tip, or do I tip?
What is gratuity? I would assume it's just included. Did you have a big party?
They said that was the tip.
Yeah.
It was only the two of us.
Oh, interesting.
I think it was 18% or something like that.
Then that is the tip, I would assume. Some places, if you have a party of like, I don't know, 5 or more, they like automatically add the gratuity.
Yeah, I think this
Interesting.
place just does it on every check. I guess maybe they get a lot of tourists who are confused about tipping.
Yeah, but
But it confused me too.
yeah, that was a big reverse culture shock. I forgot about that. Yeah. Do not enjoy tipping at all. I think it should be like banned. Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't come for me. Was that the only thing you wanted to bring back to Japan, Takashi?
Okay. I also have things that I like.
Okay.
When I
let's hear
take the subway, I don't have to use the Suica. I can use for the Apple Pay. It's really convenient.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
In New York.
Yeah.
I don't know about other cities, but in New York, you could tap in with a credit card or an Apple Pay.
Yeah, that's more convenient. Like I have Suica on my phone, but that's convenient. But I always need to charge too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forgot to charge it, and then I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
And then it's like really frustrating. I need to
You need to step
stand
aside,
and
charge
then
it.
charge it, and it take a while.
Yeah.
I
That's
gotta
true.
wait until it's charged.
But I also think, because the mobile like Suica or Ikoka is only available for iPhone users, I think.
Yeah. So I've
And then
seen...
Oh.
it doesn't accept every kind of credit card to charge it. So if it doesn't take your card, you need to take your mobile Suica to the machine and charge it with cash anyway.
Yeah,
which I
that's-
think defeats the purpose.
That happened to
of
like my
having it like
friends, I think, here. Yeah, they couldn't connect their card to their
Yeah.
mobile Suica or for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I saw recently, are they not going to make that system in Japan too? To where it just
I think
connects to
they
your
are.
phone?
I think so. But it's only at a few stations right now. But
how are
the
you
thing
supposed to
is,
know? Yeah.
so somebody told me, because I had posted about this on Instagram, because I was surprised that the New York City subway uses it, because the subway is really not known for their cleanliness and innovation and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that surprised me in a good way. But yeah, somebody told me that if you tap in at a station in, I think they live in Fukuoka. So they said like if they tap in at a certain station that accepts the like Apple Pay, and then the station you're getting out of doesn't take it,
What happens?
then you have to go to the ticket window and pay in cash. So,
What is that about?
so hopefully more stations get it, because I think that's a very
Yeah.
convenient system.
Yeah, it's very convenient, but I'm not going to trust it for a while then until it's
True.
like, I
Give
don't
it
know,
some
like 10
time.
years into the future where like literally every station has it. I don't know. But so speaking of, the station and everything, how was like the subway and everything?
Yeah.
tell me.
First
I've
time
never
I get in, it blew my mind. Like I was really sleepy. I had jet lag and sitting down, and then some people start playing really, really, really loud music.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like New York.
on the subway, especially if you're going between Brooklyn and Manhattan. So when you're on the bridges, it's kind of, like longer in between the stops. So that is the opportunity for people to do their like dance show and then ask for tips at the end of it.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Did you
was it like-
enjoy the show?
Yeah, but I was a little bit scary, playing loud music, and some people start dancing. And but I was also enjoying.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
How was? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, also like I see a lot of dogs inside, and then some people bring like
You can
yeah.
bring your dogs.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Was it pretty like? Obviously, Japan is very clean, and inside the train, it's very like well managed and clean. How about the subway? Was it? So my image, because I've never been there, I only see it, on TV and things. It's always pretty dirty. Like it doesn't look like super clean or safe or anything. What was your like impression of it?
I thought I have heard about it, so it wasn't that bad as I thought. But
Okay.
one time we saw like a food like spilled on the seat, or
But
I don't know, someone maybe puked or something. Like it was really, really disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't look it up for too long.
Yeah.
That was on New Jersey Transit, so the train that'll take you from New York to New Jersey.
Yeah, I also surprised that train. There's always the staff try to check try to make sure we have a ticket.
Yes,
So the staff definitely knows
on
there's
New Jersey Transit, not on the subway.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
They definitely knows about it, but they didn't clear up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay, the staff
Yeah.
just obviously ignored it.
Ignored it. Yeah. And can
Because
you?
they're probably thinking like, well, not my job.
Yeah, that's not my problem. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's like, that's not my problem. That's not my job in the US.
Yeah, that's definitely like different. In
Yeah.
Japan, someone definitely clear.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like if that happened on the train in Japan, the staff would be more like collectively embarrassed about it. Like, this is our train. It's our job to keep it safe and clean.
Mm-hmm.
We have failed by ignoring this puke on the seat.
So did you feel like, you said you were kind of sleeping. You felt okay to sleep on the subway and stuff? Like, you didn't worry about like robbers or anything? Again,
He
just
didn't.
from what I've seen.
He didn't, because he's Japanese and he's used to the safety here.
Yeah.
Because he asked me at one point, he's like, aren't you tired? Why don't you take a nap
And
too?
you're there
I'm
like no headphones in,
one
probably.
of us needs to be alert.
Yeah.
I know. I was just super sleepy at that time.
Yeah. It was okay. But we couldn't both nap at the same time on the train.
Interesting, yeah.
I will be extra careful next time.
If you're alone,
Yeah.
don't sleep on the train.
Yeah, one thing I didn't have to worry about this time because I was just with my family the whole time. But one thing I usually don't ever have to worry about here is, especially as a woman mostly, but like walking at night like with headphones in or kind of just like walking with a bag. I never feel like I have to be aware of my surroundings, which sounds horrible. Don't rob me, but like, yeah, I feel like in especially a place like New York City or the subway, you really have to, I don't know, like hold on to your stuff. Like
Yes.
anywhere outside of, well, Japan isn't like 100% either, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But also about the cleanliness of the train. So when we were on New Jersey Transit, the New York City subway is also gross. But on New Jersey Transit, as we were driving through, like, I couldn't even see where we were going. I thought the windows were frosted. And then I realized, like, no, they're just so grimy, you can't even see out of them.
So nasty.
And then I heard for New York, I think only during, like, the height of the pandemic did they actually clean the trains regularly.
Why? Oh, obviously to like prevent germs and stuff, but
Yeah, but like, why can't they do that normally?
yeah, I wonder what that is, like a budget thing, a city budget thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say positive about the New York City subway and stuff, I like that you can get like a weekly or monthly metro pass, and then you can use that on both the trains and the buses.
Oh yeah.
Whereas in Japan, if you're getting some kind of like long-term like teikiken, like commuter pass, because there are so many different train companies and train lines, you can't use one pass universally on all of them.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, if you have like a teikiken, it includes all of your commute, even if you're going from like JR to Metro or something. But yeah, I feel like it's a bit more simple in New York because there is only like the MTA. There's only one company. But in Japan, there are many companies that operate in public transit, you know?
Like a JR Hankyu, something like that.
Yeah. So many.
There's so many different companies.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
But I will take clean trains over that any day.
What about in New Jersey? There's obviously you said the New Jersey station, Metro? Transit. How do you get from your house to that transit place? You have to drive, right?
Almost an hour.
That's crazy. I see. What do people do if you don't have a car or if you can't drive? Uber, I guess?
Yeah, Uber. I think
Catch a
there are
ride.
some buses, but I've never used the bus in New Jersey. It probably doesn't come that often.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You probably still have to walk pretty far. So yeah, life would be really inconvenient without a car.
Yeah. And that's what I'm so thankful for is like not having to drive so much in Japan.
Yeah, I like having the option to drive in Japan, but of course I don't want to rely 100% on a car. I like that there are so many different things that you could take in Japan. You could ride a bicycle so many places, bus, train, ferry, car.
True.
Lots of things.
Yep. Okay, so let's go on like a lighter note because New York has so much good food. I want to know, what is your favorite thing you ate there? Or most interesting or whatever.
One thing that I was really interested. It was sushi.
You ate sushi?
American sushi.
Like Americanized sushi?
Yeah. Like, I kind of missed the Japanese food, so I was looking forward to it. But
Yeah, you really wanted to eat
the
rice.
sushi that I ate, and then it was really far away from the sushi that I imagined.
Oh, okay. So what did you imagine?
Like, I just saw the, like, normal sushi, like rice and
okay.
then fish on the top. And when I went there's like a spicy tuna.
I love spicy tuna.
Spicy tuna is my favorite.
Yeah, me
And
too.
they put like,
It's good, right?
like a tenkasu, like a crispy stuff.
yeah.
Like we don't
The
put,
tempura, like,
we
crispy
never
thing.
put, we never put that kind of stuff, and they put the mayo. I don't know what, I didn't even know the sauce they are using.
Yeah.
But actually it was really good. It
Yeah,
became my
right?
favorite.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I feel like it was like almost like a different food.
Right. You can't call it sushi,
Yeah,
of course,
I-
but you have to admit, it's not bad. It's really
Exactly,
good.
exactly.
It's not sushi.
So
though.
yeah, it was one of the good things.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What else did you like?
Also a pizza.
Food-wise. Pizza?
Pizza, of course,
like a classic slice pizza. Yeah.
like I couldn't tell the difference of pizza, and then
It looks so hurt.
Now he can tell.
Okay.
yeah, like last time I went to like a job in Wakayama. After that, we went to like the place we can eat a pizza, but the pizza was really like cheap, and then
What was it? Caesarea pizza?
no, I don't know, some random cafe.
Okay.
So I was really disappointed. But the American pizza is really good, and they usually put like a chili powder and then
Yeah.
garlic salt too.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
miss the
I bet
pizza
it's-
too.
So it's by the slice in New York usually?
Yeah.
And how much is a slice?
Ooh, what did we pay? Like, I think it was less than $5 for 2 slices and a
For
soda.
2? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they used to be dollar slices, but now I
Yeah.
think they're $1.25.
Inflation. Yeah.
So maybe
It's like a
maybe
Costco
it was
pizza
like $3,
price.
$4. Definitely less
Again,
than 5.
not
I don't
bad.
remember.
Not bad.
clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm surprised. Like every
And it
like,
was so good,
Yeah.
everything is really expensive.
except
Yeah.
dollar slices.
Yeah.
$1.25 slices, $1.50 slices. I don't know how much
Yeah.
they changed.
Maybe
But,
around 1.5.
I wonder why. I mean, I guess it's just inexpensive to make pizza like that, or they want to keep it like classic,
I
They
think
don't want
they're
to
trying
like
to keep it classic.
gentrify the classic New York pizza, I guess. Okay, so sushi and pizza. Anything other like that was like, wow, this is so
cheesesteak.
American. Oh, Philly
Cheesesteak.
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 Actually, this is my like I think the best food that I had. I feel
okay.
like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to compare, but the cheesesteak, like especially from it's different, right? Like in New Jersey was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get it, well, I mean Philly cheesesteak, so obviously Philly, but South Jersey is so close to Philly, it's like 25 minutes away. So
Okay.
if you want to eat a cheesesteak,
Yeah.
you need to get it from Philly
Yeah.
or the Philly like surrounding area.
It was good. Changed your life.
Yeah, like amount of the meat they use is. I'm surprised it was huge, like this size for
Yeah.
just sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard to finish it, but taste was really good.
Yeah, that's true. So speaking of, if you can't finish your food, did you take a lot of food home, like to go and start in a doggy bag?
Yes.
Yeah. And was that a culture shock to you? Or
Yes,
did you know?
yes,
Okay.
yes. I was surprised we went to like a Chinese restaurant first day.
Oh, you saw the classic like Chinese
Oh, the
takeout
little
boxes.
box, yeah, the white
Yes,
box.
I like it, because I don't know, we don't have that much of portion size in Japan, so we usually finish it, but sometimes we can finish it,
Right.
we just leave because we
Yeah.
don't have a culture to
Yeah.
take
it.
home.
Yeah.
Some people do, but we usually don't do it. But
Right.
in the States, usually I take it so many times.
Yeah.
but
It's,
I feel like half of the times I couldn't finish it.
Yeah. It's like automatic. The server always just asks you, right? Like, do you need a box or
Yeah.
something? They know. Yeah.
That's really nice.
I know, especially the next day or something. It's such good leftovers to eat here. Yeah. Oh, I miss that.
Yeah, I miss it. I really like it. Also, the box is really not cheaper. Really how to say?
Like good quality.
Good
box.
quality box. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. You enjoyed Mexican food too as
Yes.
well, right?
Oh, nice.
My favorite one. Yeah, I don't. We don't have a lot of Mexican food in Japan, so yeah, I try to eat Mexican food as much as possible because
Yeah.
it's not available in Japan.
Yeah.
Did you eat Mexican food in Arizona as well?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you went to Arizona too. How was it? So you ate Mexican food in New York or in Jersey? Then Arizona?
I was not in Arizona with him, so he was assisting his friend on a job in Arizona, and then they did like a long layover in Hawaii on the way home. So
okay.
those two
Okay.
places I didn't go with him. It was only New Jersey, New York.
Yeah.
So what did you eat in Arizona?
Like I eat tacos,
Yes.
a lot of tacos, burritos, and then also like since like it was for the shooting, I eat so many like a lot of classic American breakfast, aside
like
from
pancakes
Mexican
and
food.
stuff?
Yeah, and then like with like a bacon and a potato. Also, I eat steaks, like so many things.
It
like,
sounds so
Okay.
American, yeah.
Yeah, how do I say? Then I almost had.
Acid reflux?
Oh,
Heartburn?
Yeah, like because I really like it in the beginning, but I kept eating it and I didn't feel well at all. And in the end,
yeah.
I started taking like a candy medicine. I don't know.
Oh, Tums?
Oh, those like
Tums,
tablets.
yeah, it's a Tums.
Like the
They're all
antacid-
different
the
colors and it's
Yeah.
kind of like this
antacids.
size tablet.
Yeah, looks like poison. Like really chemical.
Yeah. And it's so colorful, right?
Yeah. But I love the food in Hawaii too.
Yeah. okay,
Yeah, it's
good,
amazing
good.
because I always try to look for the rice, but I couldn't find it. The Asian people need the rice.
Yeah. So did you find it in Hawaii?
Yes.
Yes, right.
As soon as I arrived there, I ate like the bento box has like rice
Yeah.
and then steak of the tuna.
Yeah.
Rice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the best food.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Whew, thank goodness.
Yeah. Also, it's like rokomoko.
Yeah, you ate a good, so like a real lokomoko, right?
Yes,
With the patty and the gravy and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Pass.
Yeah, my friend brought me to that good place all the time in Hawaii too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you eat a malasada in Hawaii? It's like a donut with the sugar on the outside. No? You
I
eat
didn't
that?
try
No?
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
next time you
let's
should eat
try.
that. Yeah, it's really, really good.
You also enjoyed Wawa, right?
Wait, what is Wawa?
Wawa
What is
is the
Wawa?
greatest convenience store in the U.S. It's like
Really? Is it East Coast thing?
it originated from Philly,
Okay.
so you can find them in like New Jersey, Delaware, like the tri-state area around Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think they're bringing them to some other places recently. Like I heard Florida
Okay.
is getting Wawa now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it came from Philly. But yeah, it's just the greatest convenience store. And then you can get like, so the thing is like a sandwich, like a sub, but in Philly we call it a hoagie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have all kinds of drinks and stuff. I mean, like a convenience store, but the hoagies are so good.
Is it like a Buc-ee's?
What is Buc-ee's? I want to ask you
Okay. Yeah, so
because I know Buc-ee's has like a cult following.
Buc-ee's
But what
is
is
like
Buc-ee's?
that is my place of worship. I don't know. Like, I love Buc-ee's. But I guess it's only like, I don't know if it's like strictly a southern thing. I know there's one maybe in like Texas, and then there was one somewhere when I was in Tennessee, but it's a gas station. But it also has like it's a convenience store, you know, like there's a lot of like food and everything, but it's just so big. I can't even describe like what it is, but it's just like so large, more like not a superstore. It's not that big, but yeah, like everything is really cheap there. Like a lot of good drinks, a lot of good like food, sandwiches and everything, like baked goods that are already prepared. But Buc-ee's like what is he, like a gopher or something? Like some kind of it's like his own mascot too. So there's just a lot of like clothes there that has his like logo and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I could like spend hours in there. So it sounds like a Wawa.
Sounds similar to Wawa. Yeah, some Wawas have a gas station part of it as well. Yeah, it's
like a
maybe
good
similar,
convenience
but
store.
I think Buc-ee's is probably bigger.
Just like coastal. Yeah, it sounds like the size.
Yeah,
only
the
is different.
size of the store sounds much bigger than a Wawa.
I've never heard of a Wawa before. I thought you were talking about Walmart.
We did go to Walmart.
Did you go to
too.
Walmart?
Yeah,
Yeah. How was that?
Yeah, it's big. Like everything's big. Like the sites. Like we also have a Costco, but we don't have the size of the supermarket
Yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah.
But in the States, I feel like everywhere.
It's just big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to walk like walk around the shop because it's really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything's big.
Everything is big. Yeah, that's the main impression. Everything
Yes.
is big.
Also, like speaking of wow, I now remember the cultural shock. Like everything is customizable.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
First time I went to Wawa, I wanted to eat a sandwich. Then I wanted to order it, but after pressing the button, there's like touch panel so that I can customize it.
Oh, okay.
Like I need to choose everything by myself.
Yeah, the bread,
I
the
don't know
cheese,
how-
the toppings.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know how to make like a best.
Yeah, so you chose everything, right?
Everything. I don't know. I
that's
just
the
pressed it.
place.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a really giant sandwich.
Yeah, and then I was really regret at the time because it's massive. I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
That was tough. And the next time I just pressed the few and I choose the few and finish it. And then when I ate it,
Yeah.
I feel something missing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like which one should
Exactly.
you go with? Yeah.
In order to order the sandwich, I really need to know how to order it.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of wish
Yeah.
it was already decided, I guess, for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. Everything is customizable. Even Starbucks and stuff, or like coffee places, you can really like customize your drinks. And here, it's more like, you know, if you
You
go to a
get what's on
coffee
the
place,
menu.
it's just like what is on the menu. It's on the menu. You can't like ask anything to be taken out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That's one thing I put on my list as well, that everything is customizable. Because it can be really overwhelming if you've never been to that shop before and you don't know what the options are. Even at like Chipotle, you were also overwhelmed
Oh, yeah.
with all the
I
the
forgot I
toppings
went
and
to
stuff.
Chipotle for the first time too.
Oh, I miss Chipotle so
so
much.
good. Yeah.
Mexican place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
It was good.
It's more
Burrito
like
bowl,
fast
my
food
favorite.
kind of, but
Yeah.
so good.
You got a burrito bowl.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So good.
Yeah. True. Like, I can't choose. Like, should be something that like ask them to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did like, maybe I went during a time where it was like more like enyasu too. The yen was super weak when I went. So everything
It
just
still is.
looked like really expensive to me. And I'm sure prices did rise. But one thing I was kind of like happy about was, even though, for example, I went out to eat with my sister, and like one drink or like one cocktail, maybe it's like $15 or something. Like it's like really expensive, right? But the size of it is like pretty okay, and they make drinks like stronger in the US, which I kind of forgot about. Like if you go to a bar, if you're like dining out, I don't know, just things are stronger there. So it's like, okay, well, like you get more bang for your buck. I don't know, like this is more for drinking and stuff. But like here, you know, izakaya, or like if you're getting mixed drinks anywhere, they're a lot like more tame, I would say, in Japan. So I like forgot about that. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. And going off of like things being expensive, yeah, I was just really surprised how much more expensive everything is getting. Like even aside from the yen being weaker than the dollar right now, I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Like in New York, in a CVS, so of course Manhattan prices are going to be more than the usual place, but there was a box of cereal for like $11.
Oh, that sounds like Hawaii almost.
I
Yeah.
remember, like, I mean, when I lived there 7-8 years ago, it was not that much. It might have been like $5.
Yeah.
Now it's like double the price. So I'm just wondering, like,
I
are
like
you
to,
guys okay? How are people
yeah.
living like this?
I like to ask, how much is milk there? Like a gallon of milk.
I didn't check because I got oat milk,
Oh, okay. Because
and it was huge.
like in Hawaii too, I mean, everything is expensive there because you have to import it all basically. But our milk is like, I saw a picture recently for like $10, $11, a gallon
gallon?
of milk, which is like crazy, you know? And so yeah, it's getting up there. But I mean, hopefully wages are also increasing, or no? Like what is the
don't
minimum
think they
wage
are.
in New York or New Jersey?
I don't know.
You know, what is the minimum wage in like Osaka or Wakayama? Do you know?
Wakayama is like I think 850 원, 900円 I think 900
Really?
Yeah, Wakayama is like a less than 10 yen. I think 900円
Crazy.
900 yeah.
$6 or
Why? Because it's
$7?
like inaka or something. Yeah, which is like $6 or $7. I was minimum wage in Hawaii was $7.25 when I was like in high school, and so now I think it's like I don't know, $10, $12 maybe, at least 10 hopefully. But yeah, so I saw this was when I went to San Francisco last year, but of course everything is expensive in California too. But I saw, do you know In-N-Out? Like the
yes,
burger
burger
place?
place.
Yeah. So there was one, they had like a boshu, like they're looking for staff. And for 1 hour, it's $33.
Sorry, it's free.
Yeah. And I think it's because
San Francisco is crazy expensive.
yeah,
though,
it's
right?
crazy expensive. And I think just that area, it was near Fisherman's Wharf, like the touristy area and stuff. So yeah, $33. Yeah.
Wow.
If I have that work there, just when like working, I don't know, part-time job, I can still more than I think Japanese,
Yeah.
more than like average salary of Japanese people. I feel like.
Exactly. And I saw another place, again, San Francisco, so expensive area, but I think like one of the higher positions at like Panda Express, a fast food place, was like $35 per hour. Yeah. And so I saw that. I was like, should I just like quit and move over there and like work over there? But obviously everything's expensive, but that's crazy. Like almost what, 4,000, 5,000 or something?
Wow.
That's
Probably
for
5,000 per hour.
for like fast food. Can you imagine? Crazy, right?
Really good.
Yeah. But everything's expensive up there. So
True.
Yeah.
After knowing about it, I can't have part-time job anymore.
right. So hearing about, you know, just the minimum wage in some areas here that's like 800 yen or something, like what? You know? So
Yeah, that's crazy.
crazy, right? Yeah.
You really had to think about working for the kind working with the amount of the wage.
With no tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope wages, not only like part-time wages, but overall like kyuryo, like salary and everything rises in Japan too. I hear
But Japan is really cheap. Too.
Yeah, of
I'm
course, right? Yeah,
surprised.
so it's still very affordable to live.
I stay in the States for a few weeks and then coming back, I feel like everything's on the sale.
So cheap, yeah.
So
That's good,
cheap.
yeah.
I don't know how the people do it. Like, how they keep things that cheap
I don't know.
in the States. Yeah.
But I think, because we were in Europe over the summer as well, and of course that's going to be more expensive than Japan because of the weaker yen, and I guess in general. But I think even though we stayed with my family for a few days in the US, so like those 5 days we weren't paying for any accommodation or anything, but still like we spent a lot more money in the States than in Europe.
In Europe. What's that about? I always thought Europe would be like more expensive than the US, I guess. No? Oh man. What
I
a
don't think
nice
so.
time.
I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I was doing things wrong, but like,
don't know.
yeah, despite being with family most of the time, we still spent a lot.
What a nice time to be an American tourist in Japan right now. Yeah.
No, I'm jealous of you guys.
What's it like? Okay.
Yeah. So I was also surprised, like reverse surprised, because it's not much of a thing in Japan, but like holding doors for people and like saying excuse me all the time. Because I feel like, well, in the major cities especially, like if people bump into you at the train station, like there's so many people there anyway, so people are not saying excuse me. It's just like whatever, there's a lot of people, it happens. So it was more of like a big deal in the US, like if you didn't hold the door for someone.
Yeah.
Like I know like that was really drilled into us as kids, like you need to hold the door for somebody. Like if you let the door slam on them, that's so rude.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's just courteous, yeah. And so you saw that in the US, like people holding doors?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
And you were holding the door for a lot of people too, right?
Yeah, I started running, try to beat American people.
Yeah, nice. But did you ever get stuck where like so many people were coming in and then you just had to wait?
Yeah, a few times. And I thought they're gonna get in, but no. stay in front, you know,
Yeah.
doing some things.
You gotta give up eventually.
Yeah.
If you hold it for one person, you've done
You kind of
enough.
okay.
Yeah.
You just go in.
Yeah, I always, whenever I saw the door, I always try to go faster. I know how the people do in the state.
Yeah. I saw, obviously, you know, one, TikTok doesn't depict everything accurately, but there's quite a few, you know, TikToks of tourists coming to Japan, and it's like, you know, here's the most surprising things I experienced here or whatever. And a lot of people post about how people don't hold doors in Japan and stuff. And do you think so? Is like, actually, do Japanese people not hold doors here? Or I feel like they do sometimes.
It depends.
Yeah. Depends.
Like how, if you're right behind someone,
Nobody lets it
maybe.
close. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I've had doors slammed on me before,
Yeah.
but
Maybe I've never noticed. You?
Yeah.
but I feel okay.
I think we do. But the way of doing is different because when I enter state, we just hold the door and then let the person go
if
first.
they're really far behind you, you still hold the door for them.
Yeah.
But I feel like in Japan, maybe if they're like
Right
really
behind
close
you.
to you, you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Hold the door, but we usually pass, you know, like hold the door and the person behind me grab the door and I can go.
Oh, so you don't like hold
really?
it open
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I
Okay,
see.
that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's why like we don't wait, just hold it. And then the person getting the safe place, we release.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the person don't hold the door, no, like it's not our responsibility. You know what I mean?
That's true,
Okay.
yeah. I feel like maybe I've just never noticed too, but I feel like in Japan there's a lot of automatic doors here as well.
Yeah,
like so
yeah.
many sliding doors that just open. Like I don't really think about holding the door recently, at least in Osaka City, so much, yeah. But I don't know.
That's true. All right.
Good.
Well,
Any other one more thing, I experienced a lot of like Southern hospitality, you know, when I was visiting my family. Everyone really just talks to you everywhere you go, like in the
Small talk.
supermarket, small talk. So we talked about, you know, servers and stuff, but did you guys experience any like when you're checking out at the store or just wherever you're walking, people like start to talk to you? And was that good or bad for you?
Oh yeah, I think it's good things
like it,
there
yeah.
because I feel like I'm, you know, I like people more trying to be like nice. In Japan, we don't talk. Like if we start talking, it's kind of really weird. Some of the people do, and I always try to talk with them.
Yeah.
But we don't have like, like I'm surprised a lot of people
Yeah.
talk like a friend.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I don't know, like we talked about it a little bit. I think Frankie doesn't prefer it so much. Or...
yeah, I don't like it as much because I'm really awkward. So I feel like whatever I respond, it's just going to be like, I'm going to weird them out. But there was, we went to a thrift store and I bought a few things. And then when checking out, the lady was like, oh, I love your top. Like, where did you get it? So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you.
Kind of get used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. So that's one thing I wish was more of here. Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've been talking for a very long time. Maybe this will be our longest episode yet.
We always like make a new record.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you so much for
thank you so
joining.
much.
Thank you for inviting me.
For
That's
joining
really
us, giving us a Japanese perspective.
no problem.
Yeah, everyone give a round of applause. Woo! Okay. Well, that's it. So thank you for listening, watching, everything else, and we'll see you in the next one.
And you can leave a comment with your culture shock or reverse culture shock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And everyone like this for Takashi too.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, leave a review.
A review.
We've been talking too long.
Yeah.
I can't speak anymore.
I know. Okay. That's
Okay.
totally-
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.